What's going on, everybody? Robinson, DUP. It's a little impression of The Rock, I guess, to smell what The Rock is cooking. Why am I doing that? I want to talk about cheat meals versus cheat days. This is always a topic the young guys bring up, and actually a lot of people bring up cheat meal versus cheat day. First of all, I don't believe in a cheat day. You can do way too much damage binging in one day. You can kind of screw yourself. I mean, you could really screw yourself up royally, especially if you're on a cut. In terms of staying lean and really putting on a bunch of body fat really quick if you do a cheat day. You know, even with the cheat meal, I don't even call it a cheat meal, really. The way I do my meals, or treat meal, cheat meal, however you want to put it, is I make sure that I've come close to hitting all my macros for the day, and that meal that I'm going to have, where I'm not going to really count any macros, is going to basically put me in the ballpark of hitting my macros for the day. So yeah, I can go have my cheeseburger and fries if I want, but I've already accounted for the fact that I was going to eat that during the course of the day anyway. I really try not to go over the caloric intake that I'm supposed to take in, especially now that I'm in a process of very slowly cutting down. I have to be careful not to abuse that, because I'll end up hindering the progress of the weight loss that I'm trying to do. I don't understand what the concern is about these cheat meals, these cheat days. I think the problem is when you're cutting, you are limiting your food sources so much that you start to crave other things horribly, and that's where, you know, you want to talk about if it fits your macros kinds of comes in, where you can have other food choices besides sweet potato and brown rice, guys, and chicken. That's what we've been telling you all along. You know, especially if you're in a bulk, you don't have to limit yourself to like 6 or 7 foods and that's all you can eat. I mean, there's other things out there that you can sub in just to give yourself a little variety. I mean, if you're cutting, right now somebody was asking me about my high refeed day. I have to eat 450 grams of carbs in one day. That's a lot of carbs. So I have to eat, you know, I try to eat as much unprocessed food as possible, or bro as possible, if you want to say that. You know, I'll get my oats in, I'll get my sweet potatoes in, I'll get my brown rice in, but I also throw on things like chocolate Cheerios and even Pop-Tarts. Why? Because they're so high in carbs, it's easier for me to get to that number. Now, on the flip side of that, as I start getting closer and closer to competition, my carbs start coming further and further down. A lot of those foods are going to come out of my diet, and I will be eating mainly bro. Sorry, I'm just not going to sit there and just eat, you know, Pop-Tarts. You know, I have 100 grams of carbs, and 70 it's going to consist of, you know, 2 Pop-Tarts. It's just not going to happen. At the point where I'm starting to get more and more depleted, I'm going to want as many micronutrient dense foods in terms of vitamins and minerals that the bro foods offer me, versus just the sugar, basically, that the processed foods are giving me. I mean, that's just a matter of preference. So if you want to have a meal, have it. You know, even with one of the guys that I'm working with right now, I give him, have a meal that you want to have. I'm not telling you to deprive yourself and never have anything, you know, sugary or fatty or fried. I'm just saying, limit it as much as possible. Try to fit it into your daily macros, and you know, that way you can still enjoy life and still get gains in the gym. Nobody says that you have to sit there and like starve yourself and eat celery and not enjoy life at all. You guys are taking this way too seriously, and you're overanalyzing everything, as I've said before. So no cheat days. You can do a lot of damage, especially if you're cutting in a day. Like I said, you can end up putting on 5 pounds overnight. I've seen 12 to 13 pounds in a weekend. It's happened. So try to give yourself your little treat meal. If you're not in the part where you're in a massive cut or you're getting close to show, in fact, if you're more in a bulk or, you know, just on a standard diet, sub some things in and out. Have a little bit of variety in your diet. That way you don't have these cravings and you end up binging the first chance that you get to have them. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon.